All right. All right. We should be good. Should be good. Is it public? Should be on. All right. Let me check it from here. See if it's live. Oh, we live. Okay. Good. 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 What's up, Stacy? What's up, Matthew? All right. Let me get over here to the laptop. Come on, internet. This makes no sense. All right, that should be it. Is that it? Yes. Okay, cool. We should be good now. Yeah, it looks like we good. All right. Chart up. I need to set the timer, and then we should be good. What's happening, Holly? What's up, Chris? Um, okay. All right. So I'm sharing this right now, putting it out there so people can come over, see what we got going on, and then I'm gonna shoot to the charts. Oh, and I also need to set the timer. That's right. Okay. All right. So you guys looking at the market, how the market looking in your opinion or opinions? Excuse me. Jeez. All right, internet is good now. That's good. That's good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so we good now. Damn, I missed the timer. Missed the timer. All right, let me come over here real quick. Daniel, what's happening? What's up, Adele? Winston, what's good? All right. Holly said market out of sync, huh? Rich, what up? What up? So out of sync actually means that environment is pretty good. Actually means that. Ain't that right, Holly? Winston, did we just start? Yeah. I think I've been on for, I've literally been on for 7 minutes. So just got on here. I need to still set my timer, and I'm gonna take a look at the charts real quick on this binary and see what it do. As Chris would say, what it do? What it do, Z? Speed in and out. Okay. Makes sense. Benito, what's happening? Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Took my daughter to this where'd they go? You know, like the trampoline parks that they have. They have a place up here called Sky Zone. Took her there, let them jump around on the trampoline, and then upstairs they have like a gaming area where they do, got video games and stuff. They had the biggest Pac-Man. I don't even know what to call it. It was like a humongous screen, and you're playing Pac-Man on a big ass screen. I loved it. I was killing that Pac-Man game, man. Nah, no trampoline, man. No. My oldest son, he held it down for me. He was with them on the trampoline. I wasn't doing no trampoline, man. Just the thought of that makes my body hurt. That's just the thought of that is just pain. You don't feel pain when you're doing it. You feel pain the next day. When you wake up, you try to get up. Yep. Nothing but pain and soreness. Yeah, it's pretty fun. And then I'm also very I'm germaphobic. They got the it's like these little sponges. Like the Nerf material. They got the little Nerf cubes and like a pool. It's like a pool of Nerf. And just the thought of people jumping in and out of them like kids, ugh, I just be like, yo, and I try to tell them not to go into that, but you know, kids are gonna do stuff. But I just be like, listen, when you get in the house, immediately get into the tub. Don't even eat. Just go straight to the tub when you go in the house and submerge. Yeah, but I actually, you know what I do like? You know, the balls, the little plastic balls, when they have a pool of the balls, I like that. But I want my own pool. Like, I don't want the public ball pool. Pause. That I know I'm sounding crazy right now. Somebody come on now and says, yo, he just say ball pool? Yes, the ball pool. Like, what did I walk into? I thought he was talking about the market. Oh, snap. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, oh, boogers, snot, you know, accidents. You know, somebody peed in there and didn't say nothing. You know what little kids be doing? They just be doing stuff, man. Little kid will fart, you know, and it'll be more than a fart. Just the thought of it. Oh, it's nastiness. Yeah, sneezing without covering all of that, man. Coughing. Kids love to do that. They love to cough, and they don't do this. They just coughing everywhere. I'm like, yo. If you don't get the hell away from me, that damn cough. And then they got a wheeze. Anytime they got a wheeze and cough. And it seems like if you get sick from a kid, you really get sick. Like, I don't know what kind of germs they be having. They be having like real official grown-up germs. But it ain't grown-up germs because it seems like you get a worse cough or a cold from a kid than you do from a grown-up. I declare. Like, all jokes aside. And Winston said, you must have met my kids. I know, right? Yeah, they be doing all type of stuff, man. It's crazy. Yeah, my bad. He said, I was thinking about taking the family to the pool today, but not anymore. Yo, I apologize. My fault. I'm so sorry. No pool now for the family. My bad. Right. Blame Uncle Mark. Uncle Mark said, no, we can't go. Look, listen, Uncle Mark just saved you from getting the flu. Oh, snap. Yeah, I take one for the team. I take one. I take that. I'd rather you not go and not get sick. How about that? For real. No, and I don't intend on them getting me sick either. I was just talking about where I took my daughter yesterday for her birthday was like a trampoline park. You know, and they got the sponges and stuff in the pool thing. You know, the soft sponges that they be jumping into like it's a pool. And I just was like thinking about all of the germs and stuff that come from little kids. It's crazy. Cause they was asking if I went in it on the trampoline. I'm like, hell no. I didn't go nowhere near none of that. Matter of fact, I left. I left them there. My wife stayed there with them, and I went upstairs to the games and played Pac-Man. I wasn't even there. I was like, look, you got an hour. Knock yourselves out. Deuces. Oh snap! Oh, my fault, VJ. You did ask a question earlier. Hold on. Let me scroll back. On the NADEX platform, do you find you get filled no matter the contract size you use? You get filled. Yes, yes, you do. There is always the possibility of not getting a full fill and getting a partial fill, but that can happen whether it's 3 or 4 contracts or 50 or 60 contracts. It varies. It varies. I would say 95% of the time you get full fills on any contract size that you place. 95% of the time. And that's a very popular question. But my response really is always, well, get to a larger contract size and then you tell me. Get to 50 contracts and you tell me if you get filled. So that's always going to be my response. And yeah, this is on live I'm talking about, VJ. She said men and rhinoceros? What's that? That sounds like a disease. What's that? Rich said nothing like a good old game of Pac-Man. Oh, nothing like a good old game of Pac-Man. Yeah, yes. Yep. Yeah, I was killing them in Pac-Man. I was killing them. Whoever was at the top, I knocked them out the box. Whoever had the top score, I was like, y'all are done. And they had air hockey. Like they was getting on my nerves a little bit because I'm like, yo, we got air hockey. We gotta play air hockey. They was playing the basketball game. Basketball is cool, but I'm like, come on, you could do that outside. Like we in here, let's do air hockey. Let's do laser tag. Let's do Pac-Man. Let's do Connect 4. They had a big Connect 4. I was hyped off of that. They had the biggest Connect 4 I ever seen. And then they had like little stools you could sit down and play. I was like, I'll be here all day. I'll be right here. This is where you'll find me. Playing Pac-Man and Connect 4. Yep. Daniel said he took a 2 contract size trade last week, got a partial fill. That's what I'm saying. Like it can happen on any contract size. He said I was like on 2 contracts. Come on. It happens. And then it also has to do with the timing of when you place your trade. Liquidity, all of that plays a factor in whether you're going to get a full fill at the time. If you enter your trade after pricing has switched up or priced out beyond whatever your entry price is, that has something to do with it. There's a lot of variables that play a part. But the more precise that you become at the process that we use, the better that you get at everything that we do. And ultimately, the more efficient you're going to be. You'll see more fills. Because your timing is better. It'll have less to do with whether NADEX is filling you and more to do with your timing. And you'll realize that. I was just about to do something. What the heck was I just about to do? I hate when I do that. I forget. I just was about to do it. Oh, okay. I remember now. All right. AJ, is it because not enough people are trading? No, not necessarily. Nope, not necessarily. It could be more about your timing. The time that you entered the trade. what pricing was at that moment. You know, it has to do with that. Has to do with liquidity at the time. And you know, there's a difference in liquidity being more prevalent when the market has more stability in it. The more stable that the market is, the more you're able to see the depth of liquidity on the platform. So there's a number of things that play a part. AJ said it's a made-up disease because you don't know what you're going to catch. Got you. I got you. Vince, is your training based on applying the same process for the trades and ignoring everything else? Also, do you trade based on your training or using more advanced skill? I train based on the way that I trade. The way that I trade is exactly how I train. Is it based on applying the same process for the trades and ignoring everything else? It's ignoring everything else as far as anything else influencing you to take a trade. But within the process, you're not ignoring anything in the market itself. You're actually paying more attention to detail. But you're not doing anything as a result of paying more attention to the detail. It's just observation and you knowing what the market is or is not presenting to you at the time. Because if you're training on MRMH, then all your trades should be based on that for consistency. If you're training on MRMH, then all your trades should be based on that for consistency. Okay, I understand what you're saying. When I've done, and to answer what you're asking about, now I understand what your question is. If I take a trade, me personally, everyone in the group, for the most part, is holding me accountable, me, for taking a trade based on what I'm teaching as far as MRMH. Now, anytime that I do or have done challenges or projects, I've done a number of different things for the purpose of the project. One of the things that I'm doing now in the current project, we're doing Project 21. This is the first time where, for the most part, I've actually slowed it down to the point where I've taken weeks off from the project just to slow down, because I don't want people to get into the thinking that when they're looking at what I do, that's what they should be doing. And what I mean by that is I'm teaching you how to completely avoid losing in the market. When you're learning about MRMH, this is what MRMH does for you. It allows you not to lose. And not only that, it allows you not to rely on your own ability to interpret the market at the time and make a trading decision based on that. So in other words, when you learn MRMH, you're learning how to allow the market to dictate everything for you. Within the process, you're also being forced to learn patience and discipline, because without those two things, you're going to lose your trades anyway. So MRMH does that for you. If I take a trade and my trade decision is based on me operating at a more advanced level of MRMH or of what it is that we do within our process, that's me doing that. For me, I literally have to dumb down my actual skill and ability because I'm at an elevated level automatically because of the amount of time that I've been training and trading for. Okay? And I understand, like, the frustration that people probably go through is they're looking at when I take a skill trade And they're like, wait, that's not, oh, wait, that's not the parameters, or that's not this, that's not that. When in actuality, if you're not understanding environment and behavior, then what you're thinking or what you're looking at to be a good trade or a bad trade means nothing. It's one of the reasons why I say consistently that there's no such thing as a good trade. Because what you're defining as a good trade is you trying to pick a trade, instead of you adhering to what MRMH actually is. MRMH is only the manifestation of a valid trade in the right environment with the right behavior present. That's all it is. So for you to concern yourself more so with the trade versus the environment and the behavior, you're already wrong. That already is throwing you off. And I'm talking like this because a large number of people that are on the live stream are in training already. So you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody on the outside looking at what we do, they're still trying to figure out what we're doing. So it makes sense. You're trying to still figure it out and you're not in training yet. So you're looking at the trade, you're listening to us talk, you're hearing what we're saying, and you're like, damn, what does he mean by that? Is that what he's doing? And you're trying to figure all of this stuff out, when the bottom line is that you're being trained to learn how to interpret the market. That's what the training is. You're in essence not being taught to trade. You're being taught to actually interpret the market and wait for the market to give you a trade. There's a difference. So it becomes frustrating for people because they don't know what that means yet. And I understand the frustration, but the bottom line is that if you don't learn how to interpret the market and then know what to do with the information, you already lost anyway. It's like it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what framework that you're in your mind you think that you're even using. You could try to copy what you see me doing, but if you don't really know what I'm doing, then you ain't gonna be able to copy what I'm doing. You're copying your version of what you think I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. It makes no difference. Like, there are people in the training that still don't get it. And it's like, well, wow, you're in the training and you still don't understand like what's really happening. It's because there's a lot of the process that we're doing, probably the majority of it, that has more to do with you than it does with the market and with the framework that you're being taught. So you could literally know everything I know about the market, right? And if you don't learn how to control yourself, you will still lose. As a matter of fact, you'll lose more often if you know more. Think about that one. If you knew everything I know, everything, like literally, you had my brain, and you did not have my self-control and discipline, you got a real problem. Because you're the juice man now. You're going to be reckless in the market. You know all of this shit. You know how to do mad shit in the market. You know how to trade. But you don't know how to control yourself so that you win consistently. And that's the part of it that people lack. And if you're missing that part of the puzzle, it doesn't even matter what you are learning in the training as far as the framework in the market. If you don't know how to control yourself, it's over for you anyway. You're done. You finish. So that's what I try to communicate to people every day. I'm like, you realize that this shit has to do more with you than it does with the market. The market ain't never wrong. You know what I'm saying? The market's never wrong. So if the market's never wrong, that means it's you fucking up. That's you messing up, man. And why are you messing up? You ain't got no patience, man. You don't have the patience. Oh, well, everybody has different styles of trading. It don't got nothing to do with your style of trading. I don't care what style of trading you're using. If you don't develop patience, you're going to lose with it. Well, Mark, I don't like in the money. I like to trade At the money. All right. Okay, so go ahead. Yeah, but but can you apply what you're doing to at the money? Of course, you can apply to anything, but you don't know how to apply it because you still haven't learned how to navigate yourself first. So what difference does it make? You could do in the money, at the money, out the money. It doesn't matter. Whatever money you're doing, you're going to lose money. You're doing lose the money. So if you try to lose the money and you want to do win the money, now you got to learn how to do that. And the majority of that has to do with you navigating yourself. It ain't got nothing to do with what I'm doing when I trade. Oh, well, that trade that you took was different. No, it wasn't. I'm doing the same shit all the time. I'm always in the right environment, always around when the behavior's right, all the time, no matter what I do. So if that's the framework for what you're learning, then you're not being patient enough to wait for that, obviously, if you're still losing trades. You can mess up at the right time and win. You could take the most beautifulest trade in the world at the wrong time and lose. So let that sink in. You know what I mean? Let it sink in. Rich said it's frustrating to see a trade. I'm confident it's a winning trade. However, without MRMH, I know I ain't ready yet. See? And what did I say about MRMH? What does it have built in? It has patience and discipline built into it, doesn't it? Trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you. Vince, you should do challenge based just on your training so we can see how long it would take to be in the income phase. Every challenge I do is based on the training. VJ, please define MRMH. I'm sorry for laughing. It's just funny to me. The question sometimes it's hilarious. Rich said, crawling before I try to walk. Vince said, LOL, that's me. Jermaine, like you said, the market gonna give it up. Josh, you would trade without self-control and you'll be out of money. Right, you'll be out of money. not just trading out the money. You'll be out of damn money. Know all about the market, but not able to control myself every now and then. But I think the market has a habit of playing games. Vince. Oh, man, it's so funny. Vince is itchy today. You remember Itchy Bed? Itchy's a person, Vince. I don't mean you're itchy. I mean, you're like how Itchy was when he was on the live stream with us a few weeks ago. Same kind of questions. It's so funny because the questions never change. They're always the same. Bonnie, Mark, I love how people try to prove you wrong when they aren't winning 100% like you are. All the time. All the time. It'd be funny when people be telling me what I should do. I get a kick out of that sometimes. I'm just like, okay. Like, all right. Matthew, the market is always doing what it does. Your emotions are what determine how you see it that day. How you feeling today? There you go. That's it. And you see how much wisdom that there is here? Like, this is what I love about when you guys come on to the live stream. You see that there's heavy wisdom here. You know, like we're not just talking shit, you know, and bragging about the fact that we win consistently. There's no need for that. You see us winning. You see what it is. Bonnie, like I said earlier in the chat, you can't tame the market. You can only tame yourself. Speak on it, Bonnie. Speak on it. Bonnie said defining MRMH takes hours of training. Basically, MRMH means no stop losing. That's the definition of MRMH. Stop losing. You tired of losing? MRMH. Adele Bonnie, you better stay back with the drops. I know, right? I know for she get y'all hung up on. Alicia, do you also provide training for Forex or just binary options? Just for the NADEX binary options, in particular the 5-minute binaries, are what we trade currently. So the framework for what I teach is to be applied with that specific instrument. But I will say, Alicia, that understanding the market's behavior and learning how to interpret, the way that it moves can be applied to Forex. As a matter of fact, if you're not applying that to Forex, you're going to lose there too. So it's the same. You just have to figure it out. You got to figure it out. Realize that before NADEX, I traded Forex successfully. When I left my job to trade full time, I was trading Forex. The main thing for me, as far as Forex goes, had nothing to do with Forex in the market and me taking trades. It was the brokers. And I know that this shit is like a broken record, but I always try to remind people why I stopped trading Forex. The brokers were shifty and the brokers was doing underhanded stuff. So I was taking years really to try to find another broker. In the process of doing that, I just left Forex alone for a while until I came in contact with NADEX. When I came in contact with NADEX and I saw the instrument for that binary, I was like, wait. I took a closer look, came to realize and understand what the exchange was and the model that they were using. And that was it. I knew that was it. I'm like, this right here is the truth. All you got to do is understand the market. I know what the market is. I know what the hell the market be doing. Let me figure this shit out. Took my time. And it's so funny because when I started trading with the 5-minute binaries, you know what my very first goal was? And it wasn't even a goal. It was more so I had to prove it wrong. I asked the question. I said, why can't you win every 5-minute binary? That was the question. Straight retarded. But I wanted to know, why can't win every 5-minute binary? So what I did was I embarked on the pursuit of trying to figure out why you can't win every 5-minute binary. And I realized that it had more to do with nuances on the platform, had more to do with different environments of the market. That's why you can't trade every 5-minute binary the same way, because the market is not the same on every 5 minutes. So it's one thing led to another, and I basically figured out how to stop losing because I was pissed off that I was losing on the 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, I lost that one. Why? I lost that one. I don't like that. Damn, I lost that one. Oh, I definitely don't like that shit. And I was getting very upset about the losing part. So I began the journey to figure out how to stop losing first. I knew that was the key to opening up the door to winning consistently. And that was the direction that I moved into. So it was an interesting journey, to say the least. But that was a good question, Alicia. Very good question. But yeah, you got to understand the market with any market that you trade, with any instrument that you trade. J. Carr said, don't rile up the rent man today. Ooh, Adele. Ooh, that's a mic drop right there. Damn. She said, what you should do is find an amazing mentor like Mark and join a winning team. Woo! I didn't even see that. Damn. That's a headshot. That's like getting hit by Mike Tyson when he was Iron Mike. The fight's over. That's hard. Damn. Cornelius says, may the force be with you. Mic drop. Word. That was mic drop material right there, for real. Be careful, Adele. You better relax. Matthew said, anyone watching this should realize this. Any advice given here is with the intent on pointing you in the right direction. It doesn't benefit anyone by guiding you the wrong way. Amen. He says, for me, I'm only in competition with myself. Uh-oh. You better chill. Same goes for anyone else already in TA. All right, that's number 2. That's number 2. You better chill. Mick said, I've been on training during this madness, therefore I'm winning. Just because you can swim, do you jump in every time you see water? All right. Time to put the hat on. Y'all got one more time. Y'all got one more time. Let me reread that. Just because you can swim, do you jump in every time you see water? Jesus. Lord, have mercy. AJ said, Yoda's definitely speaking. Vince, so if someone is experienced with the market, how do you get them to ignore what they learned over the years and focus on MRMH? That is a good question, Vince. I think easier if you are a complete newbie. Ooh. Vince, that's a mic drop, Vince. Damn. Oh, shit. This is how you can tell when people been exposed to us, like they've been around. You heard what he said? He said, I think it's easier if you're a complete newbie. That's facts. Yeah, but you're right, Vince. You're right. And listen to what you just said. Someone is experienced with the market. How do you get them to ignore what they learned over the years? Jesus. Jeez. It's a process, Vince. That all I can say in response to that is that it's a process. That's how. It takes a lot of unlearning and undoing. You've learned terrible habits over the years. Horrible. The main one is patience. I'm telling you. If I ask you right now, how many times a day you trade? Matter of fact, Vince, how many trades do you take in a day? Let me just ask that question. You can respond to that when you get a moment. I'll come back to when you respond. Alicia, thank you for the information. I'm a scalp trader in Forex. However, I'm very interested in binary options. I'll definitely reach out to you for upcoming trainings. Once again, thanks. My pleasure, Alicia. Definitely my pleasure. When I traded Forex, I did scalping also for quite a while. And then I learned how to set up trades with stop losses and to build trades around the environment and the market at the time. Like I was very, very, very aware of ranges, distance, how large ranges were, what behaviors in the market were that led up to ranges becoming as big as they were. Just a lot of shit. Like it's all the same. Like it's all relevant. It all has to do with just interpreting the market's behavior. You get good at that, you'll figure a bunch of shit out. That's the bottom line. You will figure it out. I wonder who thirst entered that 330. Stability and pricing is present. Don't nobody say nothing. No more mic drops, right? Bobby said, let him talk or we'll have to say goodbye. Oh, snap. Rich, I'm grateful. I'm newer to this as I'm learning the market the right way here with TA. Exactly. Exactly. Joshua, all these damn mics on the ground. Y'all got to stop with the wisdom. I don't even think y'all can help it. Y'all can't even help it. Y'all say something didn't even know it was a mic drop. Because mic drops for us are regular conversations. Whew. See, if now I should drop the mic just for that, what I just said. Mic drops for us is regular conversations. Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. Vince said, I'm limiting myself to 2 trades per day, but have traded up to 6. That's a lot, Vince. That's a lot. The reason that I'm saying that that's a lot is because now let me frame kind of where I'm going a little bit. So it don't just, seem like I'm just saying that. The reason that I'm saying that that's a lot is because I really have more of a question for you with regards to the trades that you take. Every time that you take a trade, do you know why you're taking the trade? And when you think about that question, don't think in terms of the trade. I want you to just think for a moment outside of that a little bit. Don't think in terms of the trade. What I'm asking you is, when you take a trade, do you know why you took the trade at that time? That's really my question. Do you know why you took that trade then? That's what I want to know the answer to. So you could just answer yes or no to that. The second part of the question. Do you know why you took the trade at that time? That's what I'm curious to know. Bonnie said, tripping over mics. Tripping over mics and dancing with horny salmon while eating macaroons and watching the market. Oh, snap. Here we go. I'm gonna come right back to that, Vince. Let me finish reading these other comments. Mick said, people act like the market won't get better. What's the rush? You didn't get here overnight. Rich, we can't stop with the wisdom as we are being trained to be wiser than we previously have been. Now listen to Vince's response to that question that I just asked. My question was, when you take a trade, do you know why you're taking the trade at that time? Listen. His response is yes, but sometimes I get caught up. What did you just say, Vince? Mind you, this is you. And see, this is why I ask questions the way that I do, because when I ask the question, you have to give the honest answer. That's the honest answer. He said yes, but sometimes I get caught up. What does that even mean? Like, elaborate on that in your own words. In your own words, Vince, elaborate on that. Because that's really good what you're saying. And I'll explain what I mean by that. That is really, really good. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, and you are 100% correct, Rich. That's what it is. Ooh. Listen, look, I didn't even have to say it. Rich just told you. This is what I'm talking about, man. You can't even stop the wisdom. You can't stop it. Joshua said the quick glance saved me a ton of recording space. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Quick glance is just 100% productive chart time, man. For real, for real. Because if you there and you recording, all you gotta do is record, and then when you know that it ain't nothing, you delete it. You know what I'm saying? Press pause or whatever, or however you doing it. And I'm a read what Rich said after I read what Vince said and what AJ said. Vince says, it's like I'm waiting for my setup and I know where I'm going to enter, but because of the market action, I become impatient every so often. It's like I'm waiting for my setup and know where I'm going to enter. But because of market action, I become impatient every so often. So define market action. What do you mean when you say that? Dr. Fuller's in the house. You know what? I'm on call all day. Matthew just reconfirmed once again. And oh my goodness. And yo, listen to the wording he's using. Listen to the words. These are his words. I become impatient. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. And I'm just waiting for you, Vince, for right. Exactly, Adele. Exactly. See, people be coming here and be getting straight delivered. Like for real. The doors of the church are open. You gonna get saved today. You gonna get saved. Hmm. What you doing, Vince? You writing a book? Vince over here writing a novel. Come on, Vince, because I want to read what I want to see what you said, and then I want to go back to what the group is saying. Not even me. Show you how crazy TA is. Even though I know that you already know how crazy we are. It's insanity. he said, I expect the market to go in the direction. So I wait to see some confirmation. And because pricing is running away, I jump in when I know I shouldn't have. Okay, now that's very clear. That literally sounds like you're chasing the market. And for all intent and purposes, is that the right phrase? Or is it intent and purpose? Whatever the hell it is. Bottom line is that if you're chasing the market, you're going to lose the race. You're not going to catch it. You cannot catch the market, period. And what you're saying is that you don't have control over yourself. Right. He said it happens every now and then, which is causing issues. Most times I'm good. So what's the difference between the times when you don't do it versus the times that you do? In your own words, what's the difference between those two times? Like why is that an issue for you? If you're saying most times you're good, so why don't you just do what you do most of the time all the time? Is the question. Mm. What's up with this internet, yo? Is that better? I switched the internet. I don't even know what internet it was using. Hopefully that's better. But it looks like it's chopping, right? It looks like it's breaking up a little bit. Weird looking. Good? All right. That 345 was no good, Walker? I wasn't even looking at it. Wasn't even looking. Not being patient enough and to earn income, becoming desperate. Okay. And Vince, listen, I appreciate you really being honest because you don't sound different than anybody else. Like the stuff that you're saying, we knew already. Like we literally already knew this already. But to hear you say it, when you hear yourself say it, you realize that everything that we're talking about is true. What you're lacking is the self-discipline, the self-control, the patience. All of that is a part of you. That's your mindset. That's why mindset training is incorporated into what we do. It's not something else that we do. It is what we do. It's one thing to know your framework and how you like to trade. That's cool. That's wonderful. If you don't have the mindset necessary, you won't execute it properly. You will not execute your framework, your plan, the right way without patience and discipline. So you got to have the mindset part too. You can't exclude that. And that's what we work on the most. See people be thinking that they want to learn what I know as far as trading. You want to learn what I know as far as the mindset. That's what you really want to get to. And that's where the elevation comes in. That's where Team Alliance is. We're at a very, very high level within the mindset. Our mindset training alone is man, trying to tell you, man, trying to tell you. But listen, look at what everyone was saying in response to what you were saying. Rich said it first, emotional. Adele, he has the case of the juice man. Matthew, that's all emotions. This is what everybody was saying before you even said this just now. Matthew, the gratification comes sooner. Crazy, man. Here you go. How do you get that discipline? Because it's tough. Even though you can be good for good length of time, but then things start to go back. Training. That's how you do it. Why do you think I'm on here every day? This is one thing that I do. When I come on YouTube every day on the live stream, that's one thing. This is a part of mindset training that we do. Mind you, we're looking at the market right now. Right now, we're looking at the market. We observing the market. We see what the market is doing. We're not anxious and thirsty. Oh man, it's Monday. It's a new day. We got to get some trades. No, we don't got to get nothing. We're going to get whatever the market gives to us. We are here to recognize when the market is ready to give it to us. Anything else that goes on, we don't do nothing with. Discipline. So, like, just to answer that question, how do you get that discipline? Training. Rinse and repeat over and over. Repetition. Broken record. Every day, hear the same shit. There's one training video in particular that we literally watch every day and listen to every single day, without fail. Just imagine when you get to the point where it's like two videos. One might be more focused on mindset, then the other one might be the framework for learning the actual way that we look at the market. And you got them both going at the same time at the subconscious level in your mind. Think about that for a second. Just think about what that looks like in a few months, in 6 months, in a year. How will you be different if that's all you're listening to? Subconsciously, mind you, it's just going into your ears, into your brain at the subconscious level. Your mind don't even have time to think about it. It's being fed directly to you at a subconscious level. Where you think you're going to be at if that's all you do? I'm just saying. We on the live stream reinforces what we do in training all the time. We do live training every day. I'm on live every day. I'm on live on the weekend. Then on the weekend when the market is closed, we're training more. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I saw what AWOL said. He said, I watched a video of yours like a year ago, didn't really pay attention to it. Since then, I've been trying different things to make money. Then NADEX crossed my mind, and then you and your live. This isn't a coincidence. You'll think I'll be playing when I talk about the vibe. The vibe is not something that just sounds nice. The vibration that we're on is real. Listen to what he just said. Listen to what AWOL just said. He said this isn't a coincidence. Of course it's not. You couldn't even be here unless you were pulled. The vibe pulled you here. That's how you got here. It's no accident why Vince is here. Vince is here right now confessing. Raising self-awareness, becoming more aware of what he's doing. This is how you get to live it. Wax on, wax off. Ace said, you'll lose more being impatient than just making a fortune by being patient. Mick, if you woke up today thinking you were going to outsmart the market, you're forcing your skill on something that doesn't care about your skill, nor that you even exist. Facts. Adele, with patience comes understanding. Surround yourself with a group of like-minded individuals that will continue to push you to be your best self. See, now, you just hear what Adele said? Now, that sounds like self-help. That sounds like, you know, a motivational speech. It sounds cliche. But for us, that's real. That's not cliche in here. In here, that's real shit. That's exactly what we're doing. I'm telling you, man. What we doing is stuff that people be looking their whole life for. And we're doing it. And I'm not, and see, when you think about it, it has to do with the market, yes. But it really has more to do with you and life. Market is a reflection of life. So the same way that, look at how you react to the market. Isn't that similar to the same type of shit that you be doing in real life? No patience, anxiety, right? How you feel when you lose a trade? Depressed? Don't that shit happen in real life? It's the mirror. The market is a mirror of real life. That's why when you're training, utilizing the market, you're learning how to navigate life. And that's why they work together. It's like clapping. They working together. They're not different shit. The market and life is the same shit. Vince said the market always has opportunity and there are always good trades coming up, but for some reason I have the silly habit of jumping in these trades I shouldn't have. And I know that as soon as I get filled a lot of the time. And listen to the responses. Listen to this wisdom coming right back at you, Vince. Listen. Bonnie said, Vince, I too totally understand the pressure of desperation and need for income. However, I found that not losing is the way to fix that. Patience actually brings true income. Jesus. Yo, I been should have dropped the mic. That's ridiculous. Matthew, Vince, I went through that a year ago, to training and making a decision. I haven't lost since. Yo, I know that sounds crazy, right? Did you hear what he just said, Vince? Come on, man. This is why like people, they come in playing, but they don't leave playing. I'm not talking about you, Vince. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people that have come in to our environment. They come in playing sometimes. When they leave, they're not playing. You can't come in here without leaving with the wisdom. You got infected. You got bit by the mosquito. The mosquito bit the shit out of you when you came in here. You came in here with some bullshit sometimes. People come in here with bullshit all the time, but they don't leave with it. You can't leave with it, man. That mosquito bite, you're going to feel that shit when you leave. I'm just saying. But anyway. Rich said, my growth in under a month training with TA has without a doubt changed me mentally and my focus. Bonnie said, don't use the need for money to feed the juice man, but rather use the power of your desperation to feed your patience. One win at a time will build your financial solutions. Vince, yes, I agree with y'all. A said, nah, Vince is, let's just hope he stays with us and don't become Darth Vader. AWOL, I want to join the live training room. Does this only include learning materials or does it include the live trading session? It includes the live training, access to the group chat, which is 24/7. The recorded trainings also. So we train live every day and they're recorded. So you get access to all of that. Not to mention all of the other stuff that goes on every day. Live streams, watch parties. Like, it's just nonstop. It's nonstopness. And it's not accidental. Like, I don't just do that just to do it. I know what the hell I'm doing. We're going to suffocate the bullshit. And that's it. See, the only way that you can overcome is you have to elevate. Just listen to the wording. Overcome. You got to be at an elevated level to overcome. To come over. How you think you're going to do that if you don't suppress the bullshit? You got to suffocate all of the shit that you're doing wrong. The main thing that you're doing wrong is you're feeding into your emotional self. We navigate away from that. And that's what all of this does. The whole environment and the vibration just continuously feeds us all the time through a whole bunch of different channels. And it ain't never gonna stop. Long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna do it. That's how we do it. That is how we do it. It's crazy. Yeah, that feed your patience was crazy. Yeah, your new Bonnie was about to get that mic drop, right? I only stayed on because what's the name is asking questions. AWOL. That's the only reason why I stayed. Because I wanted to make sure he get whatever answers he was looking for. Daniel, you listen to the group for any length of time and you can't help but absorb the vibe. The knowledge is impossible. Rich, it becomes a lifestyle when you join. Is there a specific time for live training? Yeah, we typically train around 9:15 p.m. Each night, Eastern Standard Time. Vince, so you think limiting my trades to one gets you there faster than doing multiple trades? Vince, that's a start, but you need to understand why you're taking the trade in the first place. And I don't mean why you're taking the trade. Why are you taking the trade now? What is it about the market and the way that the market is now that would make sense for you to take the trade now? It's now the right time to take the trade. It's about your timing. The more that you stick to that, you don't get into the thinking where you're like, well, I'm going to take one a day. If the market don't give you one today, what you going to do? When you answer that question properly, that's when you know that you're where you're supposed to be. Because the answer to that is simply, if the market don't give us a trade, we don't have a trade. We don't take any. See, for many people at first, they're like, what? No, I got to take a trade every day. No, you don't. What if today the market decides to be on whatever the market wants to be on today? If your discipline ain't there, you're going to try to force your way into the market when it's not doing what you needed to do. You got a problem. You're giving into your emotions by doing that. And that's what you need to fix. Yep, that is what you need to fix. Oh no, what? Stace, you got bit by a mosquito? What kind of mosquito was that? That's crazy. Well, we right. Matthew said the Marvel kind. Mosquito bigger than you. Crazy. Yeah, get better though, Stacy. Please get better. Even Alicia's laughing. She's like, "Oh, y'all are crazy in here." Yeah, it's they're nuts in here, Alicia. It's just stupid. Oh snap! All right, AWOL. AWOL says, "See you in the training." Alicia said, "I love it. She fit right in with y'all knuckleheads." Robert, great job, brother. Yes, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. And this is us, man. This is TeamAlliance right here. This is us all the time. All the time. Oh, look at that. See, look. Do you see what Vince just pasted? Did you see that? Vince just pasted, is now the right time to take the trade. I told y'all he was going to get delivered. Today you getting delivered. Yeah, I'm out. I'm gone.